What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. I am Sam.
And I'm Taylor. We are just two girlies that just got back from Mexico.
We are sun-kissed.
Yes, I was in the gym today and I was like so tan. Like I felt so good. And every other time I've been to the gym, I'm like, ill.
Yeah, unfortunately, my workout, I went to solid core, so I was in the pitch black, so I couldn't really see myself, but I know. But I know, it feels good to be tan, and it's definitely nice that we've come back from Cabo to Austin, and literally all of this week is going to be like 85 degrees, so we are not losing that tan.
No, this will stay until like September.
Yeah, I really hope so.
Literally. But Cabo was so fun, so this episode's going to be a little different, because rather than like a catch up and then an episode, we just want to talk about Cabo. That's the whole episode, just kind of one long.
I think at the end we should definitely give tips too.
Yeah, it'll just definitely be full of like all over, just like travel experience, Mexico experience. I did a lot of cool new things for the first time, so we just have lots to say.
Yeah, we do. Should we start off strong with just like not like packing, but like just the airport?
Yeah, well, I also want to say, like, why we went to Mexico. We just, like, decided with our friends that we wanted to go on a big trip, and me, Sam, and Connor were the only ones that actually pulled through. So that's just why we went. We just went, like, just to go on a trip. And
also, like, neither of us have ever been, like, on a tropical vacation. Like, we fucking work hard. Like, the last 2 years, we work hard. When we have never gone, like, a tropical vacation paid by ourselves. So it just felt nice, like, going on a vacation where it's, like, not our family paying for it, or we're not going with our family, you know? So it just felt really good to, like, finally do that. Yeah, it was
cool. It was a cool thing for me to, like, go out of the country with my friends and do it on my own. Mm-hmm. That was just a cool, definitely. I'd never been out of the country. So, yeah, we literally just wanted to go somewhere tropical. We wanted to go to Cabo.
And it wasn't far, too.
It was a 2 hours. 2 hour flight, really easy. And we just sent it and booked it. So that's why we went. So many people kept asking us when we were there, are you on spring break? And we're like, we are older than that.
And I was like, come on now. I'm literally turning 25 in July.
Like, yeah, I'm like.
Some of these kids look literally like they're 12.
Yeah, so we just decided to go. We headed to the airport bright and early. We had like an 8 a.m. flight, which it wasn't too bad because we landed. We had the whole day.
There was a lot of really dumb questions of what do we do with our animals. We just leave him in the house. Why wouldn't we? We just leave him in the house. I came back to 20 shits all over the place. So that's what we do with them. No, I'm kidding. One of my good guy friends watched Mac. They love watching Mac.
Yeah.
And he loves it.
And I just get a Rover. I've had good experiences using Rover. And because all he needs is... A cat could go once a day. They could even go like once every other day, but I like to spoil my baby, so someone came twice a day, every single day that we were gone, to give him
and we have really good neighbors too. Like if anything were to happen, like literally our neighbors watch our apartment or our place like a fucking hawk while we're gone. Like if anything's like if there's a package like out front and like it's been there for a few hours, she'll be like, hey, do you want me to go get that package and pick it up and like put it inside our place? Like you got a package there. So we just feel safe in our and community.
I would recommend Rover. I'm gonna hit them up. Like I should work with them. Like because honestly, I've had really good experiences with Rover. Like I know like someone taking care of your dog is like a lot more work, but for a cat where all someone really has to come in and like feed them, they do a really good job. And the girl was so sweet. I got a package from Suja, like the juices. And she didn't even tell me anything about it, but the package says really big, like refrigerate, like immediately, like it says that. So she opened it up and like put them in the fridge so nicely. And I was like, oh, that was nice of her. But yeah, I always have good experiences with that. And that's what we do with them. And they vibe. They're chilling. When I got those comments, I'm like, guys, what do you think we do with them?
Yeah, like, what do you think we do?
Get pet sitters.
Like, I fly all the way to Boston, drop him off at home, and then fly back and then go on vacation. Like, come on now.
Yeah, so we got to the airport. Me and Sam had seats next to each other.
Yeah, and I didn't realize, too, like, I know I'm, like, kind of jumping, but, like, I thought you were sitting with me on the way home, and I was really sad when you weren't. Like, I thought we had, like, a package of seats together. So can't remember how we got next to each other.
I don't know.
Did you pay for your seat? No? Yeah, okay.
But we show up to the airport, and someone looks familiar.
Very familiar.
There's a familiar face
And it's
at
funny.
the gate to Cabo San Lucas.
Because this individual, he's a previous hookup. Literally like a year ago, this month of March, we hooked up like only once. But like we, for a few months, like stayed in contact too and like went out a few times all together, whatever. But there's always been jokes because he looks so basic. Like he's a basic like man. Like he looks like a lot of other men. And every time we're out, I'm like, Taylor, like, is that him? Like making jokes about it. And then finally, like at the airport, when we were walking over to our gate, I'm like, oh my God, is that actually him? And it was actually him. Like I never joke about any other guy being like, oh my God, do you think that's him? It looks like him. But it's always, I don't know. It was just funny.
It's hard to explain, but we're always like, doesn't that guy kind of look like so-and-so? Like, doesn't that look like him? We're always saying that. So for him to be sitting there and us be like, wait, is that him actually this time? And like, what are the odds? Like, being on the same flight as someone you know.
Yeah.
So random.
Especially a hookup. Like, someone you know, it's a little bit more common, but a hookup, like.
So random.
And he was alone.
We were like, that's so funny. Like, what are the odds? And then we got on the plane. He's in our row.
He's in our fucking row. How many rows are in a plane? 35?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding?
So it was just so, like, what a start to the trip. Like, love a little drama right before we even take off.
Yeah.
Like, just funny. Just kind of like, what are the odds?
He has a girlfriend too, but I was like, obviously I have to say hi. We can't make things awkward. Like, you're literally in my row. So he was like 2 seats over, 3 seats over. And I'm like, hey, like, you're going to Cabo? Like, are you going alone? Like, why are you boarding this plane alone? He goes, oh no, I'm meeting like a group that lives in Dallas. So he was flying out from Austin. They were flying out from Dallas. And I was like, oh, cool. Then later into the trip, I then realized he's there with his girlfriend and then another couple. So it was like a double date, like couple-y vacation. I was like, ooh, awkward. Like,
yeah, but I mean, maybe unpopular opinion, but I feel like as grown adults, like, you should be like civil and nice to people. Like, you only hooked up once. Like, as a girlfriend, like, I personally, like, obviously don't be hanging out with the girls you hooked up with, but like, that's so normal to like say hello and speak. Like, yeah, you gotta be because that's just like you're grown
awkward.
Adults.
It's awkward if you don't.
Yeah, 100%. So that's how the trip started, and we were like, okay, Mexico's gonna be interesting if it already happened like this on the plane. So we 2 hours, quick and easy flight, landed in Mexico. First time entering a foreign country. Got out, got a cab, fairly easy, and made our way to the resort. We stayed at the Bahia Cabo. It was really nice, really bougie, a little pricey, but it was
the cheapest. It was the cheapest resort in our area.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was super cute. Like, the lobby we walked in, we were like, oh, slay. Like, it was just so cute, like, so Instagram worthy. Everyone there is so nice, like, to you. And we get all checked in, but we couldn't check into our room yet, so we had to just, in our airport clothes, send it to lunch on the beach. Which
luckily that day wasn't even that hot. The sun wasn't out at all that day.
No, it wasn't that hot.
If it was any of the other days, oh my God, I would have been dying.
Yeah, because we were in sweats and stuff, but luckily, yeah, it was overcast and like perfect for that. So we're at this restaurant. It's kind of a nice restaurant. A table away is Brett and Jason from Selling Sunset. I was like, bro, what? I was like, why are they here? And like, if they were with other Selling Sunset people, I maybe would have been like, just like went to the bathroom and walked by and been like, oh my God, love Selling Sunset, like, cool to see you. But they were like with like random people I've never seen before, and they were just like literally wearing sweatshirts, chilling, eating. I was like, I'm not interrupting their lunch. Like, I don't need to do that. Yeah. But it was just funny, and we looked like literal like homeless people. Like, we did not look okay. So they probably would have been like, why are you dressed like that? Like, did you even shower today? And I would have been like, I did at 5 a.m.
But it's funny, the entire week we were like there, you could tell because there was always every now and then groups of people like walking the beach wearing like the airport outfits, and I'm like, yeah. I was like, they just got here. Like, it's not weird to be dressed like that, but I was like, every time I saw a group, I was like, they just got here. They haven't checked in yet. Yeah,
so it was like 11 something, and we were like, do we start drinking? Because it's our first day.
Yeah, like, we had literally nothing else to do.
We had nothing else to do. We didn't have a room. Like,
it wasn't hot enough to lay and tan. Like,
we had nothing else to do. So we were like, I guess we're drinking.
And also, since we started drinking at like 11, I'd only had like breakfast and a snack at that point. So it's like that first drink got me like
It was hidden. It was
I was
hidden.
like, oh, I'm hidden. Like, it feels good. Let's go. So then I got an espresso martini because like I was exhausted. I was like, I need something. So espresso martini at 11:30 in the morning, like that hit like no other. So we just kept going.
What a morning coffee. So we just spent the whole day drinking on the beach at the beach bars, starting the trip with a bang. So the first place we went to, our hotel is connected to this place called Sur House. It's like one kind of place because the hotel isn't on the beach, so that's like your beach access.
Yeah, you have like a little shuttle golf cart thing that will bring you down the hill to go to it. I think you just get more exclusive access to the reservations there, but if you're not staying there, definitely recommend going at least one day because it's so nice.
It's very nice. Yeah, it's very bougie. Obviously, the Selling Sunset guys were there.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be at some not nice place. So, obviously, you knew it was good. So, we were just chilling there drinking, and then once we got the text that we could check in, put our bikinis on, and proceeded to continue doing the same thing, going to the beach bars and drinking more drinks.
And let me tell you also, we at this point had not like taken out any cash yet. Like we literally just showed up with our cards and we were just like, all right, like what do we do? Like when we got to Mango Deck, for the trip, I was like, I really hope we like are okay using our cards. But for me, I brought my American Express and I thought you were going to be able to use it at like most places. Because I like looked it up before we went, and I would say like 50% of the places that we went, I couldn't even like get anything. So we were just like racking up tabs everywhere we went, and then just splitting it like that way. But yeah, expensive day. That was our most expensive day.
We only did 2 days of heavy drinking, one being the first day, and then the other being later in the trip. But I highly recommend this place on the beach. It's called Mango Deck. We went there the first day, but it was a Wednesday, and it was. In our head, that day was really fun, but we didn't realize how empty it was compared to what it normally is. Like, in our head, we were like, this place is fun. And then later in the week, it got so packed because obviously people are going to come in more Thursday, Friday. Then we were like, oh my God, that day it was lame. Like,
yeah, but like we were so turned in our own head that we were that's
the perfect word. We were so turned because
like,
it was just that excitement of like we're in Mexico.
Like, okay, so you sit down at this like, okay, if you want a visual, by the way, I vlogged the entire thing. So if you want to stop this podcast right now, watch the YouTube video so you have a visual to kind of better visualize what we're talking about. But we got there, we were sitting at a table on the beach. So half the bar is up like at a regular restaurant, and then they open and expand it onto the beach with a stage. And we're sitting like kind of far away from the stage, and it's just the three of us. And they had this lady going around with a bottle, like was it vodka? No, it was Grey Goose. Yeah,
it's vodka.
Yeah, Grey Goose vodka, but it was like red. So
it was mixed with like
cranberry juice.
Yeah.
But she was like, yeah, who wants to do shots? Shots for $10. And I'm like, oh my God, like why not? Like, let's fucking do it. So I took a shot for $10. Taylor took a shot for $10. Connor took a shot for $10. And then she comes back around like 20 minutes later and asks us to do it again. And that's when was it Connor that asked to compete with the tic-tac-toe? Because I didn't do tic-tac-toe.
I said that I didn't want one. And then she was like, if you beat me in tic-tac-toe, it's free.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, well, in that case, I'll try. And then this girl's a wizard at tic-tac-toe. I've never seen anyone play tic-tac-toe better in my life. You can't beat her.
And she always goes first.
No, but then Connor asked to go first, and Connor still didn't win.
Yeah, but
he was like, can I go first? And she was like, sure. And he went first, and he still lost.
Yeah.
This girl's a wizard at tic-tac-toe. And so, yeah, we did some of those, and we were just vibing. Like, there's not much else to even say about this day, because to be honest, it's a giant
Oh, don't worry. I got so many photos. Guys, the amount of photos, like, my phone camera was open the entire trip. Like, my phone camera did not close. And Connor did make a little comment, like, oh my God, like, you guys never unplug. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I love taking photos. Like, it's fine. But when we were there, we got there at 2. Well, we got there at 1. But then we were, like, hungry again, probably like 2 hours later. So they came over with like fresh guac. We had a man making us fresh guac on the water. I liked the guac, but you and Connor said
it needed salt so
that's
terribly.
The issue with like Americans is they just need an aggressive amount of
salt.
salt.
No, it didn't need aggressive. It needed like flavor. It didn't taste like anything. It didn't have any like, it needed, or like if it wasn't going to be salt, maybe like more onions in it. Like
Maybe.
it didn't have flavor. It needed.
I just felt like it was
flavor.
like the avocado itself was
It
really
just tasted
fresh.
like mashed avocado.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we were just sitting there vibing, drinking. How many drinks do you think we probably got there? Maybe like
I literally
2 or
couldn't
3?
even tell you. Like I think we got two in the
2.
shots. I would say 2 in the
2
shots.
or 3. And we didn't even go anywhere after that. That was the same day we walked on the beach.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god, guys, this trip is such a blur, low key. Like even though we only went crazy 2 days, I feel like it's one big mesh of days.
It really was because we were there for so long that like I was looking at pictures, like me in the gray outfit, and I'm like, what did we do that day?
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
did I wear that?
That's how I felt with editing my YouTube video, because I was like, some of them were from my phone and some of them were on the camera, so I had to put them together. I'm like,
in like order. You're
I
like,
was
what
like,
happened?
wait, like what happened? But so we finished up at that place and we were like, let's just keep walking down the beach. And we ended up walking probably, I would say, half a mile down the beach to this place.
It was called Tabasco.
And we got like that was our like last round of drinks. And I wanted to get a frozen drink because I was already really drunk. So I feel like when I get frozen drinks, every time I do that, it takes me forever to drink them. So I was like, I'll get a frozen drink. And they came over with those frozen drinks. It was massive. It was like, I wanted like a small little frozen drink. No, this thing was like 24 ounces. Like it was a big ass cup. And it was good. I can't remember what exactly I got. Connor got it for me when we were in the bathroom. And I couldn't even finish it. I had to end up giving it to him. And we were just walking down the beach and going back and forth finishing the drink.
Yeah, I got a Mai Tai and it was so good. But then it was like kind of time to get ready for later in the day. Get ready for more dinner vibes. Every single day was basically beach, shower, dinner. That was the vibes pretty much every single day, as it should be on a tropical vacation. So we shower, we get one drink, we get espresso martinis that I actually liked.
You're forgetting something.
That was after.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Why is it timestamped at 5 o'clock?
No, it was after. It was like nighttime.
No, it wasn't, Taylor.
Oh, but we rolled it up.
Did we just bring it with us? Oh.
Mm-hmm. So we go to this spot to get espresso martinis, and if you guys listen, you know I don't like espresso martinis, but this one place, it was called Milky Beach, they actually tasted so good, and I've never liked them. That was the first one that I've liked.
We loved Milky Beach.
I can't stop yawning. I should have made a coffee. I'm like yawning. If you've watched me on this YouTube, I've yawned literally like 50 times.
Meanwhile, I'm drinking coffee.
I'm like yawning like no one's business. So we drink those espresso martinis and I actually liked it. And it was like the highlight of Sam's whole trip that I liked an espresso martini.
I know. Everyone was kind of freaking out on Snapchat when I posted it.
I mean,
everyone was like, Taylor's drinking that right now? Like, what the heck? What's going on? And I was like, yeah.
I mean, every other one I've ever tried literally makes one vomit on the spot, and that one didn't. So I don't know what they do differently, but it was good. And then we got a little bit stoned.
A little bit stoned. Just a wee bit.
Just a little bit stoned on the beach. And it was kind of a vibe. Like, we were just sitting on this random little ledge on the beach. Smoked a little bit of weed. Went to dinner. We were at that dinner so beyond...
Crossfaded like no other.
I was not on planet Earth. Like, that... Like, I was literally just... Like... I don't even know how to explain it. Like, nothing felt real. We, like, I kid you not, if we had outsider video of us three sitting at this dinner table, it'd be the funniest video you've ever seen in your entire life. We were on one. Like, we were so not okay. And what's so funny is, like, I felt like we were in this, like, alternate universe. We were across the street from the hotel.
Literally.
Like, we were not, like, it's like,
I thought we were, like, 2 miles away.
Literally. Like, I was like, wait, where are we? Like, I got out, I was like, oh, we're home already. Sick. Like, the hotel's right here. We were so unwell. And I'm at dinner, and I'm like, oh, my God, like, how long have we been here? And Connor's like, 30 minutes. I was like, no, shut the fuck up. Like,
that was after we ate food, too.
Yeah, like, I was like, oh, my God, we've been here forever. Like, we need the check. Like, how much longer can we sit at this restaurant? And he's like, we literally just got here.
And, like, in my head, bro, I'm, like, sitting. So I got fajitas, and I'm, like, sitting there, like, eating my food. And I'm like, wait, I think I'm eating too fast. So, like, I, like, put down my food, and, like, I was taking my fucking time. So I thought, taking my time to eat this food. And I thought it took me, like, 20 to 30 minutes to eat that food. No, we all sat in silence and ate our food within 5 minutes.
It was honestly so hilarious. Like, looking back, like, it's such a good memory to be just like kind of stoned out of your mind at dinner in Mexico.
Like, it was the most perfect crossfade of my entire life. Anytime I've ever gone crossfaded like that, I've thrown up. I've passed out. I started fucking seeing random weird shit popping out at me. Like, it's never good. Like, anytime I would get crossfaded.
And you know what? That's why it was fun, because in like big groups, or like there's always sometimes I feel like if you're kind of drinking a lot, you know what it was too? It's not that we drank that much. It's just like we hadn't eaten all day and it was a travel day, so the alcohol was hitting. Like, it's not like we each had like 10 drinks. We each had what, like 4? Like it wasn't like an absurd amount of alcohol. Yeah. It was just like we didn't eat that much, so it kind of like hit. But I feel like there's normally one person who's like not vibing, but we were all like happy. And normally like there's like a sad drunk, or like the one that's too paranoid, or like someone's kind of puking. But no, like we were all just like, this is the best day ever, don't you think?
No, literally. And I want to say right now, like, we don't smoke a lot ever. And when the last time I think I was drunk and smoked. Fuck, I can't even remember.
Mine was San Diego, but we drank. I was drinking too much, so I didn't even remember. Really, like what the.
I think mine was literally in like my sophomore year of college.
Yeah,
I think that was like the last time, because it never went well. Like, I literally, last time I got crossfaded like that, I literally had to go hide behind one of my friend's car and just started puking everywhere.
Ew. Yeah. But yeah, we don't like do that a lot. We're not like always like drinking and doing drugs. If that's, I know some people on the internet think that.
Oh, can we talk about that for a minute?
I know some people on the internet think that we just black out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then don't eat and sleep all day the next day. I know everyone likes to run their mouth.
Nah, bro, like, literally, what the fuck?
So literally, what the fuck,
I know, I want to talk about this so badly.
It happened while we were there.
Yeah, it happened while we were in Cabo. So this is, like, the only ever time we've been able to talk about it, because we haven't had another podcast since. But basically, there's this individual, this girl that, you know, we used to kind of be friends with. Then shit happened on social media, and then she kind of just dropped us like flies because she didn't want to, I guess, hang out with us anymore. But anyway, there was a TikTok that was made, and she was very passionate about the fact that she's seeing content creators, fitness influencers that drink Thursday to Sunday,
black out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, eat 300-calorie meals, sleep all day.
And she was basically saying that these individuals are binge drinking and like out of control and all this stuff. And let me just say, everybody in the comments was accusing us as these individuals that she did not want to name drop. And it's just like, bruh. Like,
no, bruh. And the way, this was like the second day of the trip, too. Yeah. I literally like opened my phone. I was like, oh my God, there was a video about us. And watching the video, I didn't even watch the full thing because like it gives me panic attacks. But then we watched the full thing and I was like, none of this is accurate toward us. Like, none of this makes sense. Like, we never drink on Thursday. We never sleep all day the next day. We never not eat. Like, I've been talking about on here how I'm trying to drink less. Like, I don't like blacking out. Like, I've literally openly made videos saying I don't like blackout. Like, I'm like, this is not. Yeah. This doesn't make sense. Like, none of this.
And also on top of that, we did a whole January sober.
Yeah, like, I was like, none of this is really adding up to be us, but the comment section really thought it was. And one thing about me on social media, about both of us, and everyone loves to be all like, girls supporting girls, no hate, mental health awareness. Why do you let people name drop in your comment section? Because one thing we don't let people do is name drop in our comment section.
The second someone's name is brought up in my comment section, I delete it.
I delete it immediately. If the video's about them or if it wasn't, especially if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Or if it wasn't about them, I would maybe leave a comment with the name so that I can reply openly and say,
it's not them.
No. Because then that removes speculation.
Yeah.
Because then people can't be thinking. So unless you're going to leave the comments so you can like straight up say, no, that is not who I'm talking about. Why do you let people name drop in your comment section? That is weird. It's fucked up. Because then you take the blame. I didn't name any names. Yes, you did. Because that's your page and your comment section. And you let people just rip on people's names in your comments.
Yeah.
And we don't do, like, look back. And if there's ever one I missed, like, if you're going to, like, go through my TikTok and be like, well, this is here, please let me know. I will delete it. Like, if there's a comment I've ever missed, I will delete it. Like, please, point it out to me. Respond back to it. I will delete it. Like, I will not I mean, we don't really make videos where people.
This is honestly, though, like, why I hate the fitness industry. Like, the fitness industry, no matter what, like, we are genuinely so happy with our life and our mindset with, like, health and fitness right now. And people will still try to find, like, a negative thing inside of that. So, like, I don't even like to classify myself in the fitness industry anymore. Like, I'm literally just a content creator that posts my entire life. Food, fashion, travel, fitness, mental health, fucking birth control shit. Like, literally everything I'm talking about. And I'm not classified in the fitness industry anymore. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be named into it.
Yeah.
I'm just a girly girl posting her life.
Yeah, I've even, like, I feel like my niche more so is, like, going through your 20s, like, and, like, dealing with mental health. Like, I feel like that's my niche. Like, I feel like my niche is, like, early 20s dealing with mental health. Like, that's my niche. Like, and in the video, it was too, like, are you supposed to be health and fitness? And I literally wanted to comment, no. No, not at all. Am I a fitness page? Literally no. Don't call me that. Like, I'm like,
it's just like the fitness industry is always trying to tear people down. Always.
Like,
and no matter what, no one can ever look at, like, positives and, like, happy shit. Like also, I do want to say there were so many of you saying you guys were sticking up for us in the comments. I didn't read the comments in the video.
Yeah, I got my mental health to protect.
No, like, I didn't even, we were on vacation. Fuck that. I don't want my vacation to get ruined.
Literally.
But I did mention it on Snapchat, and, like, I had, like, a little conversation with you guys on Snapchat, and a lot of you were saying that you stuck up for us in the comments, which I really appreciate. Like, that's the proper way to be, you know, fighting on TikTok, is sticking up for people, not tearing people down. So
yeah, and you can, of course, there's free discourse, you know what I mean? Like, we talk about the way we don't like fitness creators posting certain things.
Yeah.
Like, we say, like, we don't agree. You're open to post things being like, I don't really agree with this certain way of people speaking, or this, I get it, social media, you got to do what you got to do. It's the second you let such mass groups of hate target these people that it's a little bit messed up. Or when you come on a video so, like, angry, like, I don't know, like, some of y'all just need a life. Like, you need a life ASAP. Like, it's like this weird obsession with us, and it's like, why?
No, literally.
Why
like,
are you obsessed with me?
I don't understand it. And it's just, like, it's just funny because it's always coming from people that, like, they just think they know what they're talking about, but you haven't been a part of our life. So it's like, why?
Yeah, and you don't listen to our podcast. You don't watch our
even
YouTube
like
videos.
From fucking, you know, T. Her name starts with a T. Like, we met her for 10 minutes in my entire life, and a whole entire, like, narrative she put against us. So
that was crazy to me. To also just, like, also those videos just instilling more fear in people's mind. That's like, isn't it not health and wellness to go out every weekend? Like, I'm 22 years old. I like to go out every weekend. I live in a new city. I need to make friends. Sue me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sue me. Sorry, I'm so toxic. I'm so toxic that I want friends, and I don't just want to go to the gym and do nothing else. Yeah. How toxic of me.
Oh, that's another comment someone made on my Snapchat. They were like, "This is why I love you. Like, you, like, I go to your page. Like, you have variety on your page. Like, it's not the same mirror selfie in the gym.
Yeah.
Like, you have variety to your life. Like, you post more than just, like, that mirror selfie and, like, the same breakfast every morning. And, like, that's what I want. Like, I want people to know that there's more variety and more things out there to life than just the gym and being so brutally, like, angry 24/7.
And clearly that's a problem to some people. So we kind of opened that on TikTok, and we're like, ugh, this, like, sucks and is so lame. Like, literally just so lame. But whatever, we went on with our trip. It was okay. It was kind of a running joke a lot of the trip. Like, anytime I got an alcoholic beverage.
No, it didn't really upset me at all. It just made me angry.
It just made me angry, yeah. But it was like anytime we got an alcoholic beverage, I was like, oh, because I just black out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like, heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid I'm on vacation.
Yeah, oh, crazy. Me, a 22-year-old, drinks alcohol? Crazy. Someone call the police. But so we were just hanging out that night, doing our thing, you know, stoned.
We went to a pretty good ass, we're talking about the first day, aren't we still? I'm thinking of the day that we found the video, which was the next day. But
okay, well, the next day, we can, like, still talk the next day. Didn't we go ATVing?
ATVing was so much fun. I loved it. Like something about like an adrenaline rush when you're just doing like a fun activity in the middle of Cabo, Mexico. Oh, so fun.
Yeah, I got so out of my comfort zone with that. I did not want to drive an ATV. I like jet skiing and stuff. I don't like driving it. Like I would rather just hang on tight on the back. That's my preferred way, but I had to drive my own. So, you know what? Full send. Very out of my comfort zone. I wasn't a fan. I didn't hate it. We made a stop halfway through the ATV tour to feed camels. Love that part. I was so excited to see a camel because I just love animals. And then after that halfway point, I got better at it, but we literally stopped on the ATV to get out and do the camels. He was like, "How is everyone?" And I was like, "I hate it." And he was like, "You hate it?" I was like, "I literally hate it."
Taylor also almost like fell off of her ATV.
I did almost fall off the ATV, but like I didn't, so that's really great.
No, I was literally like terrified because we had to stay in a line. So it was the tour guide. We did a private tour, by the way, because if you were in a giant group tour, you weren't allowed to use your phone or use cameras or anything. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you're telling me I'm going to go on this ATV tour and not have any memories from it? Like, no. So we spent the extra money and we did the private tour. So we had to follow a guide. It was Connor in the front, Taylor in the middle, and then me in the back. And obviously I'm behind Taylor at like this one point where we're going through like this really rocky like terrain
the
area.
Ground was like not smooth. The ground was bumpy as shit. Like my ATV would like it was hard to keep it in a straight line.
And all of a sudden, like, I'm like, you probably didn't even notice, but I'm like literally 5 feet behind you.
No, I can't.
You like slow down so much, and then like, I don't even know if you hit the brakes or something, but then all of a sudden you were only on one wheel.
No, it was just a bump. Like it was just like a bump to the side, and like I fully felt my body. Like the only thing keeping me connected was like my hands on the thing.
Yeah,
like, my butt came off. I was like the way I almost just died on this ATV, but I didn't. So that's.
The front right wheel was the only one on the ground. Every other wheel was up in the air.
I hated it. Like
slow-mo too. I was like,
I'm trying to get less scared of adventurous things. Like at the end of the day, like it is part of my personality. It's never going to be my thing I would choose to do. Like on that trip alone, I would never in my fucking right mind spend money on driving an ATV like that. Like I'm happy I did it because I get to say I did it.
It was not like expensive though. Like
no, but I don't even care if it was $20. I just wouldn't have that wouldn't have been my choice for my time or money. I'm glad I did it because I get to say I did it. And I do want to start kind of overcoming. Like I don't like roller coasters. Like I really want to just like start riding roller coasters. Because
on a regular basis,
you know, maybe like once a week go ride a roller coaster. But I was just thinking
Six Flags.
No. I was literally thinking, I was like, hold on a second. I've never been at an amusement park drunk.
That sounds horrible.
Not drunk, but like
the first day?
Like if I went to an amusement park,
like buzzing just all day.
1 or 2 drinks to get me a little loose. Maybe I'll be like kind of ready to just like, yeah, I'll do it. Like just like a little loose. Maybe I'll do more of it, but I just want to be less scared of things just so I'm not like a pussy bitch, even though it's just always going to be part of my personality and that's nothing I can change. But this was a good step. I was shitting my pants, but I did it and I lived to tell the tale. So
here's the thing.
The views are crazy though.
Here's the thing with that though is like, when's the next time you're going to go to like an amusement park?
I don't know. I like Disney World. One thing about me is like next time I have a boyfriend, like I'm a big like, it's just crazy. Like I grew up in Florida. Like going to Universal and Disney World is like a very common thing.
I don't know. I guess. I haven't been since I was like 10.
That's like if anyone else is like from Florida, like yeah, like you go to Universal, you go to Disney World. That's not that like uncommon.
How far of a drive is it from where you live?
From where I live, like 3.5 hours.
Oh.
But you go like often, like yeah, it's just like a common thing you do, like going to Universal. Like I'll probably go to Universal or Disney World quite a few times in the next parts of my life. But yeah, so I wasn't a big fan of the ATVs. I really liked the camels and the views were cool and the pictures look sick because the helmet's on so you can't see me looking like I'm gonna shit my pants, so I just look like a badass.
Wait, we literally just forgot about Esteban.
Oh.
We can't forget about Esteban, all right? So when you book these adventures, guys, you want to like find a guy on the side of the road.
Yeah, you want to find a guy on the side of the road
that is literally just selling adventures. They're really nice guys, I promise. As long as they're like at like a booth thing with a lot of like flyers, it's promising. It's not sketchy. But we found a guy right on the corner of our like resort. His name was Esteban, and we bargained the shit out of like these adventures, like which I think bargaining Like they always say like, oh, like in the pamphlet it's $165, but I'll offer it to you for $70.
Yeah, but 70 is just the price.
Yeah, but 70 is just the price. It makes it, they just make it like it does work. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, like $70
gets me every time.
And I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. But anyways, Esteban was our guy. We saw him literally every day because, like I said, he was in the corner of our resort, like just on the side of the road with his little booth. And he's the one that got us the ATVs, and he got us the boat activity at the end of the trip. So if you're booking trips, find Esteban.
Yeah, he was so nice and so funny, and he got us our excursions. Are definitely cheaper that way than doing them like at
the resort.
Like your resort.
Yeah, the resort people are not going to bargain with you.
No, these people, like, they'll let you do it. It's super chill, and we just, like, easy peasy booked it. They picked us up. It was through Cactus Tours was the ATVing, and it was, like, a really cool place. Like, it was very like well ran.
Yeah, they like when you walk in there's a bunch of bars.
Yeah, it was very well ran.
Store.
It was very nice. Highly recommend. I mean, I don't like truly recommend the ATVing because I would kind of hated it. But if you think you would like it, you'd have a great time.
Yeah.
And if you think you'd be scared, you should. Yeah.
They don't even go that fast. I think
they don't go that fast because the sand. I was like in the sand.
The faster you go though, the better.
I was on the sand I was like falling behind, dude. I was pushing that gas thing as hard as I fucking could forward, and I still felt like I was barely moving. I was like, bro, go faster.
Yeah, no, like, but even if you went slow, like, it just made it so much bumpier. So I was just constantly
I had
full
that shit
throttle. I was like, let's fucking
on
go.
the beach. I had it like all the way like pressed forward, and I was like, can this shit go faster? Like, please, like I need.
No, the views were nice though.
They were.
Too. We were in the desert, and then we went to the desert up to where the camels were, and then from the camels we went down to the beach, and we were just going against the shore, and like the waves were massive, which
huge.
It caused like the beach to have like erosion on the edge, so like you couldn't just walk down the water if you wanted to, because like the erosion was just hitting the beach, and it was just like a legit cliff. So God forbid, like the fucking ATV just went over the cliff, like you wouldn't survive that. Like that would have been dangerous. But like the waves were so big that they were crashing up onto the beach, and like the mist was hitting us, and it low-key felt really good. Like I didn't get like super dusty while we were ATVing, but like the water when we were right against the ocean felt really nice.
Yeah, it was a cool little tour that we did. And then
what was it, 2 hours?
Yeah. And then we got to go back, get some pictures that we also bargained. They were like $150 for all the photos, and we did not want them. But Connor had this one picture that was a really good picture of him, and he was like, I want that photo, but they wouldn't just give him one. So we bargained down all the photos for $30 for all the photos. So we got a bunch of pictures of us on ATVs for $30.
Yeah. And I was like, I didn't even really like any of the photos that I was in, because like I said at the beginning, like we were allowed to take photos and stuff. So I was the only one that had my phone, and I was just taking a bunch of like random videos, photos. So I was like, oh, I felt fine. Like I don't really need them. But then once he got the photos for us, I was like, okay, these are nice.
Yeah,
photos.
for $30, they're cool, because there's pictures of all three of us riding. And we like, it's cool to have like a picture of all three of us together on them. Like, cause we've posed ones, but like us like actually driving them, I was like, okay, those are cool pictures to have. What did we do after that? We just like chilled on, like, we had a sober day.
Yeah, the like excursion was like almost like an hour away, I feel. So it kind of like took a while when we got back. But then once we got back, we went
to the pool.
down. Didn't we go to? Oh no, yeah, we went back to the pool because I was starving. Like I was so hungry, so I literally didn't even want to have to like drop my stuff off at the resort and then walk all the way down to the beach to go get lunch. Like we were literally just sat our asses at the pool and ordered lunch poolside, which the resort food, like it tasted good, but the portioning was so small.
So small, but the food was like, it was
so good, but the portioning was just ridiculously small for the price it was.
Yeah. I highly recommend eating at the little smaller taco places, not right on the beach. So there's like a marina, either on the marina or like one or two streets into downtown. Right on the beach, everything is so expensive, which is kind of like every beach town, right? Like anything waterfront right on the beach is going to be pricier. Just go like one or two streets back to the little taco places.
Yeah, like when you're eating, you're honestly eating for the vibes. Mm-hmm. Like for like the atmosphere. Like you're paying for the atmosphere, because I feel like all the food was so good. Like those like $5 tacos we got, those were as good as the Asian place we went to. Like food, like taste wise, freshness wise, like it all, like the food was all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just more the vibes and the display of the food.
Yeah, so that next day we just had like a pretty chill, sober day. Didn't really do much besides like hang out. Like it would wipe us out. We'd get up really early because the time change and just because like we had like that excursion was kind of early. So we'd wake up like between like 7 and 8 a.m.
We didn't have
like,
a chill day that day.
Because we microdosed mushrooms?
No, that day we microdosed mushrooms.
That's what I'm saying.
Next to the pool. The ATV day.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you said next day.
No, I said we had a chill day, and you said we didn't have a chill day, and I said, because we microdosed
I thought you said
mushrooms.
the next day we had a chill day.
No, okay, so we tried to microdose. Well, we did microdose mushrooms, but it didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I did not feel anything.
But I don't think you're supposed to. Like, Connor was like, you're not supposed to.
No, but I also think it's because we were kind of like being like scared little babies about it because we've never done it before, and I was like, oh, like let's really microdose it, and I think it's because we did like we spread out the two.
Yeah, but like you're not supposed to feel anything when you microdose mushrooms. But you have to take more. Like you're not supposed to feel anything.
There was literally not a second that whole time where I felt like there was anything different though.
Yeah, but like you're really not supposed to. Like people microdose them, you're not really supposed to feel anything. I think it's more like self-conscious. Like people say like they might get into a creative flow a little easier. Or it might like ease your anxiety, but those are more like subconscious like things that are happening.
Yeah.
Like to your body. But yeah, we microdose mushrooms just for the vibes. We'll let you know when we try it again how it is and if we like it, because we don't really have word now because it didn't really do anything.
Yeah,
but we didn't drink. We kept it easy peasy lemon squeezy. And
then the next day was our rage day, and we woke up so early that day. Like, oh, also another thing, we only worked out once while we were there.
Literally one time.
The gym at our resort was horrible, like
awful.
So bad, like down bad. And one thing about me is I'm not gonna force a workout. Like if I'm gonna work out, I'm having a good workout. And you know, I just knew I was not gonna have good workouts in that resort, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're not working out. But we walked a shit ton.
Shit ton.
For example, that morning
we got 8,000 steps. But I'm not even kidding. 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
we walked so far for shitty ass coffee.
Yeah. No, but like even before that, like Taylor and I woke up at like 7:38, and breakfast doesn't get served until 8:30 at our resort. So I was like, Taylor, like, do you want to go find like coffee somewhere? But first I was like, let's go walk through all the resorts on this beach. One thing that I always used to do with my mom when we would go to resorts is like, or like a beach that has a lot of resorts, is like, I'll just walk into resorts and act like I live there just to be nosy, to explore them. Cause like, you never know. I don't like staying at the same resort every time I go back somewhere. Like, I'll stay at a new one. So my mom always likes to just like go and check them out. So we were walking like, I don't know, like
we walked
over
far.
a mile,
a lot, dude.
Mile and a half without Connor. And then Connor was like, ladies, where are you? And we're like, we're walking. And he was like, all right, well, we'll meet up. So then we ended up meeting up like halfway through our walk. And then we walked the other way of our resort and we walked downtown to go find coffee, which was a fucking adventure.
An adventure, like, for real. We were like, where's the best coffee? And this local guy was like, Cabo coffee's the best. So we were like, okay, we'll go there. Fucking hike, bro. Trekking through this downtown. Couldn't find it. Finally found it. Coffee tastes like shit. So it wasn't even worth it. But the walk felt nice. We got a crap ton of steps. Literally insane. Like we walked literally so much. Like when I checked my health app, I was like, guys, we have 7,000 steps. And then that was before we got back to the resort. Like we walked like crazy.
Yeah, no, like the steps were insane. And luckily I was wearing sneakers. But most of the other times when we were walking, I was only wearing sandals, and I have like the worst blisters between my toes. Like it's so bad, and I need them to heal because like it doesn't feel great.
Nasty.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. It's only on my right foot. My left foot doesn't have any blisters. But yeah, after all of our walking, we finally made it back, had some breakfast. Our breakfast was included in our resort, which was nice.
That was very nice.
You don't have any options. You get one option off the menu, and it's the American breakfast. So you could get 2 eggs, styled however you want. And then you got potatoes, and you got some toast, and you could get either sausages, chorizo, or bacon. And I bit the bullet, and that was like the first time in a really long time where I actually had like not like a meal of meat, but like a side meal of meat, like within my meal. My stomach handled it perfectly fine, but that chorizo, I need to figure out how to cook chorizo because I will be making chorizo. It's like my new favorite thing.
Yeah, speaking of like eating things, I eat fish now. Crazy. So there wasn't many things for me to eat, and like for a 2-day trip I could have survived, but like I just like didn't want to deal.
You would have been so sick of beans and rice.
Yeah, no, they didn't even have beans and rice at half the places.
Yeah.
But so yeah, let us know, is rice and beans like not like a traditional Mexican thing to eat? Because like it wasn't really a thing people like had on the menu. But anyways, one thing about me is I'll try anything. I will literally try anything. And at this a restaurant we went to, we were like, what's the best thing? And the guy's like, octopus. And I was like, I mean, if you get it, I will try it. Like, I will try a bite because I've never had that before. And like I said, I will try anything. I'm like the least picky eater of all time. If you want me to put it in my mouth and eat it, I'll eat it. And I tried it. Wasn't taste-wise, it was fine. Texture-wise, it was weird. And then Sam had a spicy tuna roll, and she was like, just try it. I was like, I'll try it. Tasted like nothing. And in my head, the reason I didn't eat seafood was because I never liked it. Like, everything I tried when I was younger, I didn't like. So not eating meat, I had no reason to be like, oh, let me try being pescatarian. I didn't like seafood. And there was rarely a time where, like, seafood was the only thing I can eat. So, like, I just never ate it. Like, I didn't like it. There was no reason to. But there was so much seafood here and not that many options for me to eat. And I'm not going to torture myself for a, like, diet. If you don't know, I was vegan like ethically, and I still don't eat meat. Like, meat will not, like, I can like literally full-heartedly like real meat, like chicken, beef, pork, like, no. But I had not eaten an animal, and literally fish, I don't even know the last time I ate fish. The last time I ate meat was like 8 years ago. Fish, like I said, I didn't really like, so I probably haven't eaten fish in like 10 years. Like,
yeah,
I don't know the last time I've eaten seafood. It actually didn't mess up my stomach. I don't know if it's because it was just like really good quality, but it tasted like nothing. And I have now learned that good seafood isn't supposed to taste like anything. So I tried some sushi, and then I was eating some fish tacos. I tried like snapper. I was eating tuna. I tried oysters, and it was all pretty good. It's not like my
What was your favorite?
My favorite was probably like the sushi.
Yeah, sushi.
The oysters were good too.
I was gonna say the red snapper was my favorite, I think.
Yeah,
here's the thing. You can get tuna everywhere.
Here's the thing. The snapper tasted good, but something about just like a piece of meat, like, it's very hard for me to like, I can't, my brain must turn off. Like, I need to just like put the food in my mouth, and I can't look at it. I can't think about it. Like, in a sushi roll, like, that to me is like a slab of fish is like, that's really difficult for my brain to comprehend. I was kind of getting the ick. Like, a few times I would get the ick. The fish tacos, like the last dinner we had,
yeah,
I was fighting through because like it tasted good, but like the second I was like, bro, you're eating a fish right now, like you haven't done that in years.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Like, it just gives me like a little bit of the ick. And I probably won't though, like, just because it's not like my favorite food. Like, in most restaurants there's probably something else I'd order before I order like a piece of fish. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's more like I wouldn't really order that like for my own liking. But the sushi was good. The oysters were good because they tasted like nothing. And I like Tabasco, so lemon, so those tasted like nothing. And now that's cool that that's a fun thing I can just go like order. But yeah, it's definitely not going to be something I eat like, I mean, I got canned tuna because the only seafood I liked back in the day was like making tuna salad out of canned tuna, like, because that's like, that like barely counts, but like that's something I would eat regularly. When I didn't like fish, I would only eat that, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna start making that again because the macros on a can of tuna is insane. My lunch today, 42 grams of protein. Yeah, crazy. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna start eating that. Because also, this is like a whole tangent now about how I eat fish again. It's really hard, like, if all you want to be is vegan and that's like your main goal, it's not hard to do. You can do it, but it's hard to balance wanting to be plant-based, like, ethically, wanting to eat more whole foods to clear my skin, wanting to make sure I'm eating enough, like, vitamins and minerals to balance my hormones, wanting to travel more. Like, when you have all those different goals, that's when it makes it hard. Like, at the time when my main focus was, like, I literally, like, just want to eat plant-based, and that was, like, my main focus, dude, it was easy. Like, I literally didn't care. But I also never left my house. It's very easy to be plant-based or vegan when you're not traveling and you don't leave your house and like you don't have a social life. Like, it's really easy. But like, it does make it a little harder when you're more out into the world. And like I honestly, like, if there was more options for me to eat, I might have not eaten it, but like it is what it is. My body felt fine for like 2 days later in the trip. I was a little bit like my stomach kind of feels weird, like I could throw up any second, but I never did. And now I'm don't eat meat or dairy, but I eat fish and eggs. So kind of like pescatarian, but now I eat fish.
Yep.
It was crazy. Like I posted me eating the oysters and like people didn't even like say anything. One girl was just like, I like that you're vegan, but like you don't mind like trying things. And I was like, well, I did a lot more than try. I did a lot of fish. Like I ate quite a lot of fish actually. Yeah.
Not only did we eat a lot of seafood, we ate a lot of tacos. I think like almost every single meal I had was tacos. I love tacos and I stand by tacos at all times. Like I came back home and I'm still having tacos. Connor looked at me when I told him what I was making for lunch this week and he was like, "You're having tacos again?" I was like, "No, I will literally never get sick of tacos." Yeah. It's one thing I will never get sick of.
Yeah, and like my guess is this is probably just because we were in a touristy area. I bet if you go more toward like more just like local towns, the food is probably amazing. But like in the tourist area that we were in, like the Mexican food here is better.
Yeah.
And like that's probably just because we were in
simpler though.
But I think it's just because we were in a very like touristy area. Like I bet like you get someone's mom's home cooked meal it's probably
no, it's just because we're in America and everything is
no, but like those last
with,
tacos were good because like the tortilla, but like the places at like the like beach like the like they were like like they like I almost liked those better than the ones that were like trying to be fancy. Like because the last like this one place we went to, they're like to the tortillas, you could tell they just made them. Oh my god, they were like I could eat like a plate of those tortillas and just like put them in my mouth. They were so good. But like there's something about like some of the Mexican food here just like kind of hits, like not gonna lie.
And the margs, like low key,
some of the margs we got were literally disgusting.
Oh yeah, one thing, I don't know if this is like a really like normal thing, but like putting kosher salt on the rim of your like margarita glasses, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it was like table salt.
Like no, like it needs to be sea salt, like flaky salt. Kosher salt, ugh, I wanted to like throw up. It was way too salty.
Yeah, I didn't like mind it that much, but like it's definitely like it should like I wouldn't use like table salt to rim a glass, especially at a restaurant where you have more than one thing. But like yeah, the margs were not good. Everyone was recommending this place called The Office. That was the worst alcoholic drink I've ever had in my entire life. Yeah, those margaritas were
like Sharpie.
Awful. They were so bad. We literally didn't even drink them. But yeah, but like I said, my guess is probably just because it's a touristy area. Like I bet if you go to like other like smaller towns, like people are probably like, you don't know what you're saying. The food is so good. Just like not at the very touristy spots. But so it was so nice to come home and cook our own meals. Like eating out is like so exhausting and expensive. I love cooking.
No, like seriously.
I love eating lunch and not swiping a debit card for it.
Yeah, like we definitely next time need to go way more prepared with like the finances of the day to day there, because like I could have easily have spent like so much less day to day when we were there. Like we were literally just like at the end of the day adding up everything and dividing it by 3, which is fair, not so fair. And also like we were just eating at like really expensive restaurants each night, and like it would have been honestly nice if we just had like a baggy t-shirt sweatshirt night, walked to the boardwalk. Like those girls that were eating at the Echo Bar next to us, they literally looked like they just got off the boat, took a shower, threw on sweatshirt and sweatpants and just like had dinner and like had dinner.
Yeah, well, even if we were there, like I still don't mind getting dressed up and just sitting there and eating. Like I don't care.
Yeah, but like, we just should have had like more like low-key dinners.
Yeah, it was just like, it's hard
lot.
When you don't, you don't know what you don't know. Like it's like, you live and you learn, and like, and all that. I also probably would have just gone for less time.
Yeah, we definitely, you don't need to spend 6 days in Cabo.
No,
like 4 max.
I think you could probably even do 3.
Yeah,
like. There's not that, because it's very small. Like there's not much to to be doing. I mean, the tan you get after 6 days is crazy.
Yeah, like if you want to be there to like relax and really not do much, you can get away with 6. But if you're there to like rage, you really only need to be there like 3 days.
Yeah, and we were a good mix of both.
Yeah, we
did both
in between.
So speaking of rage, I feel like the only last thing that was really like eventful was our other rage day.
Yeah, our Saturday day.
So we wanted to rage a little. We wanted to party a little, and we go to Mango Deck again. Funnest place ever. We knew that was the place to be. And they're like, we only have like one table, but it's if you get bottle service, it's $300 for a bottle of Casamigos. Realistically, throughout the day, we're probably going to spend $100 a person.
Yeah, like we were literally there by like 11 a.m. So like we knew we were not going to be leaving. We were like,
okay, like if we don't leave, like if we go around to a bunch of bars this whole afternoon, we are going to spend $100 a person.
Yeah.
100%. Like that's just how it is when you drink alcohol. It gets pricey. So we were like, honestly, we should just do it. Like whatever. So like we get a bottle of Casamigos. We're making drinks, and then we're trying to like loop around, like find people, and then the day got interesting.
Yeah,
because there's so many people there. Like I said, this place, now that it was the weekend, was fucking
and it was like a mix of people too. It was like spring breakers, and then like bachelor
a lot of bachelorettes,
like, all ages.
A lot of bachelorettes. Like they were really overtaking the place. And we go to this one group that looked like one big group, but it was actually 2 groups that like kind of met each other there. Whatever.
A wedding and then like college people.
Yeah, they were like all mixed together. And we go talk to them because like obviously me and Sam are boy crazy. Like there's just like boys over there. We're gonna go say hi. Like duh. What else do we do?
Yeah, we're on vacation.
And Connor's like, what? Like she's like, guys, stop leaving. And it's like we have to go speak to boys.
Yeah, Connor was getting annoying at that point. I was like, Connor, let me go find a man.
Well, yeah, because they were being annoying and not letting us all leave the table at once because they thought we were gonna leave without paying. But we were like, bruh, like. We're not going to sit at this table the whole time. Yeah. So, like, we were just having issues being able to walk around the bar. But we start talking to these people, and they're a little bit insane. They're very drunk. They're, like, giving us, like, so many, like, shots of their own tequila.
My God. And I was like, I already have a bottle. Like, I don't need your alcohol.
And then they're talking and hanging out with us, and they buy a table right next to us. They pay the bottle service to get a table right next to us. And the reason they can pay this is because one of the guys that was with them is in the NFL. So he's throwing out he's funding this trip for them. Easy. Like, he's just like, you want it? Paying for it. So we're like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is just crazy. Like, all these people, like, it's just fun. Like, you're meeting people, you're talking. It's wild. We were, like, obviously just talking to boys. And then Mr. NFL man is like, we're getting a boat.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting a boat. Come on the boat. Sam met a dude.
There was a group of bachelor guys. There was probably like 15 of them at the table next to us. And they were all wearing cow attire. And I'm like, okay, these guys are like a little bit older. Like they were all like probably like young 30s. And the guy that I met, which actually I didn't even meet him, Connor immediately was broing it up with this dude. And Connor kind of like hooked it up for me. Like this man wasn't a typical man that I would be like sexually attracted to. Like I wouldn't look at him and like be like, oh my God, hot. He's the hottest of them all. It was just his personality. Like his personality was the winner. And he was vibing it up with Connor, and then Connor was like, yo, like meet my friend I can name drop, it doesn't matter, right?
You're never gonna see him again.
I'm never gonna see him again. His name was Hunter. So I was like, oh my God, like hi Hunter, like we're just vibing, we're having good times. And like all of his like guy friends and like that bachelor group, like they were all having a good time. They were giving me shots, and I mean,
they were dressed like cows. Like hello, the vibes were high.
Yeah, the vibes were high. And ends up turning out that one of their friends in that cow group, their uncle was the owner of this bar that we were at. So they had a free table with free alcohol. They had like 5 bottles of alcohol. And like we left our table, so I was like, okay, we have to bring our bottle with us. So the whole time I'm like holding my bottle, like very blatantly open day, like holding our bottle of alcohol. And they're still coming up to me offering their bottle and making me take shots out of their bottle. I was like, I have my own bottle. Like, calm down, you guys. But then there was this one guy that was friends with your NFL man. He had his bottle, and he kept pouring all of us shots.
Yeah, and I kept dumping them in my drink.
Me too. I didn't know if you were actually doing that.
I kept dumping them in my drink, and Connor kept laughing at me because he'd be like, "Yeah," and I'd literally go
pour it into
my drink because like I'm not gonna pour it on the ground because that's wasteful. But I'm not drinking that as a shot. I would just pour it in my drink.
And then you just add a little bit more pineapple juice.
Yeah, just keep making drinks. Nope. I mean, like, it was so noticeable, but they're just dumb.
They're so dumb.
So we're vibing it up with these people. NFL man is trying to, like, fuck anything that walks. He is, like, on a mission, but he's like, we're getting a boat. And, like, sometimes guys are weird about, like, boys on their boat. And, like, Sam was talking to, like, that cow dude.
Cow man?
And I'm like, well, I'm only coming and my friend, like, our friends have to come. Like, our guy friends have to come. Like, we're going on this boat. And we were like, fuck it, like, we're going on the boat. And, like, this guy just pays for, like, a catamaran and pays
Sunset
for all
cruise, by the way.
Pays for all of us to go on this open bar sunset catamaran. Literally, what the hell is going on? But the $300 price for the bottle worked because all in all, we got a whole day of unlimited free alcohol for $100 a person, which is not bad. And a boat. So
not bad.
It wasn't that bad. That was our most economically smart
decision.
Day.
But honestly, we could have gotten away with just walking in there and getting free shots,
we didn't realize that we didn't need to get a table. We could have walked up. We could have simply walked up to their table and stood with them the whole time.
And because they were offering us so much alcohol. Like, we didn't even need our own bottle. No. It came to the point where, like, I needed to finish our bottle of alcohol that I was even offering our bottle to random people. Because it came, like, we were about to leave for the boat, and we had, like, I would say, like, 30% left.
Yeah.
And I was just, like, looking at random girls, like, do you want some? Do you want some? Like, please take fucking shots, like, out of this. Like, if I drink this, I'm gonna black out. And I don't want to black out. So you guys, here, have some.
Yeah, like, we definitely didn't need. We could have just went up and talked to them immediately. But, you know, again, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
But we go on this boat. It's just like it was kind of a, like, I feel like every 2 seconds on the boat, I was like, bro, what are we doing? Like
literally, what are we
doing?
Taylor,
like,
no, I have a video on my phone of you, like, standing on the edge of the boat, and you're just, like, dazing off of the boat, just looking at everything going on. And, like, that's, like, what I'm thinking of you saying right now. You're just like, where am I?
I was definitely there, like, why am I on this boat in Mexico?
I'm gonna
like,
show you the video.
You're with a guy dressed as a cow. Connor's, like, making out with some random girl. Like, Mr. NFL man is, like, paid all this money for this. Like, I'm literally, like, standing on the boat. Like, I'm literally like, what the hell is going on?
This is you. You're just, like,
pondering life.
You're like, what? You're not even, like, who's that random man? You're just like, what is going on?
Pondering life. No, the way I was like, bro, what the hell? Like, why am I on this random boat in Mexico? Like, it was just very weird. I was like, why am I here?
I'm literally making out with a cow.
Yeah, like, Sam's making out with a cow.
On the front of the fucking catamaran, me and him are laying in, like, the little net thing of the catamaran.
Eating a girl's face off. Like, we're just, and I am just, like, Mr. NFL man is, like, literally want to go, like, smash in the bathroom. I'm like, no.
Wait.
Gross.
I did not know he said.
Basically.
Oh, I thought you said he asked that.
No, like, he basically did. Like, maybe not word for word like that, but he was just, he, like, went to go see what the bathroom
those
looked
bathrooms, those bathrooms did not work. I had to literally pee in the sink in that bathroom.
You peed in the sink on
the
boat?
Me and a girl peed in the sink together.
That's gross.
The thing stopped working. It was overflowing.
That's disgusting.
And we were moving. I couldn't jump in the ocean to go pee, so me and her were like, let's just pee in the sink. And we
That's
peed
disgusting.
in the sink.
So the night after the boat was like a drunken blur. We're just like, fuck the night after the boat. The guys were trying to hang out with us. We didn't hang out with them. Whatever. But like drank too much during the day, but whatever, went to bed. The next day, I'm just doing a little research. Just, you know, doing a little digging. Because you can't tell me you play a sport and then expect me to not Google you. Hello, I'm Googling you ASAP. So, do a little Googling, do a little Instagram searching. What do you know? Mr. NFL man has a long-term girlfriend and a kid.
Oof.
I was like, no way. Because this guy was not acting like a guy that had a girlfriend and a kid. Let me tell you that much. Like, the things this man was saying, out of control. The way he, like, it was so gross and scummy and disgusting. Like, I literally can't. And, I mean, like, we didn't hang out with him that night, but someone did. For sure.
Oh, 100%.
Someone did. It didn't happen to be us. But someone hung out with them and it wasn't us. And, like, he was trying to get it to be me on the boat. And, you know, it wasn't. But homie had a long-term girlfriend and a kid. And that is fucked up. And
yeah, like, even the shit he was saying to me, I'm like,
no,
you are literally, like, He's a piece of shit, bro.
Garbage.
Like garbage.
Garbage.
Garbage pro athlete,
Like,
man.
when I
Definition
looked,
of it.
and like you would think if someone's acting like that, maybe their relationship would be kind of more low key online. No, found her in a second.
Flaunts the child and the mama.
I actually ended up telling her and like shooting a little DM because I was like, if it was me, I'd want to know. And like, she took it well. She didn't like get pissed at me.
Oh no, she was so happy about it.
So I hope she's doing well, and I feel
she
really
deserves
bad.
so much better. He's a piece of shit.
And the thing is with professional athletes is they do suck.
Like, this is not our first time, too, with professional
Not
athletes.
our first time.
They've never failed to disappoint us.
Nope.
Like, I'm never, like, the dream of mine would to be to date and marry a professional athlete, but no. Not after all these situations I've seen. And you know what makes it worse for this, like, girl is that she had been with him for years before he even, like, went pro. So that just goes to show how shitty he is because, like, you were with her. Like, she was your day one. And, like, was with you before you even got clouded, and you disrespect her like that, that's fucked.
It was so messed up. Like, when I saw that, like, I just, like, joined Sam and Connor at breakfast. I was like, do you guys want to hear something super hilarious? He, like...
My jaw fell to the fucking ground. I was like...
I'm like, yeah. And it was just so gross and disgusting, and I literally hate men. I hate athletes. Like... It's so ballsy too. Like, I don't know if you think like we're just not gonna speak up because I just like want your attention so bad. Like, homie was telling me like I can come like visit. Like, oh my god, like craziness. Like, just out of control. And if you think for 1 second that like I would see that and not want to like ride for your girl,
yeah,
like why would I? No. I'm like, you're disgusting and gross.
Literally so gross.
That was like a pretty eventful little thing of realizing that. And it's so sad because like you just can't assume like just because a guy's like out there flirting with you and saying like vulgar things to you, that does not mean he's single.
Not at all.
Nope. He's probably married.
Especially when he's in Cabo with a bunch of boys.
Literally. And like the way, like I can rant about this forever. Spending your hard-earned money that's supposed to be taking care of your wife and your baby. Your wife probably doesn't work because you're out all the time playing football and she is taking care of your fucking kid, staying home, rooting for you. And that is your hard-earned money. Pay for his college or some shit. Buy her a purse. And you're spending it to get bitches drunk in Mexico? I can't.
Literally.
Gross.
Nasty.
Literally so nasty. Like makes me want to vomit.
My man, on the other hand, he was a nice 31-year-old man that just...
He might have a girlfriend too. We don't know.
Fuck, you're right. I actually have no idea. I'm going to be talking way too highly of this
man. He probably doesn't, but I'm just going to say be careful because you don't know.
My man, on the other hand...
He might.
He lives in California. I'm never going to see him ever again. Actually, that's a lie. He goes to ACL every year, which ACL is a massive music festival here in Austin. So maybe I'll see him during that. But, like... I just love older men. Like, something about a man in his 30s, like, that has his shit together. Like, I love it. This other NFL player, on the other hand, was 22. He don't got his shit together.
Everyone's going to be Googling NFL player in Cabo, 22 years old.
Yeah, good luck finding that.
Good luck. I mean, if you do, that's super funny.
She honestly, it took you a little while to find him.
Yeah, because his name was spelled weird.
Yeah.
But... that was super, like, gross and icky and disgusting. So we just, like, really just got drunk at Mango Deck and then went on a random boat. So that was fun.
Yeah. And then the next day, also, this wasn't even, like, this was, like, earlier in the trip. If you want to get massages in Cabo, Mexico, freaking do it. You can show up to the beach and, like, people will be saying, like, ladies, massages, like, $40 massage, like, do it. Like, 100% do it. Like, that was the best thing we've ever done.
It was great.
Like, the three of us were all just, like, laying in our bathing, well, I don't know. I think Connor was in his bathing suit. Me and Taylor, we took off our bathing suits, laying beachside, like, getting a nice massage by these ladies. It was amazing. Yeah,
that was a really fun thing. And then I feel like is the last thing we want to talk about, like what the night scene looked like. I feel like there wasn't anything.
Yeah, the night scene was like kind of sketch.
Yeah, so I was like, we didn't really end up going out any of the nights. And then one night I was like, bro, we have to go to like see, like just like see it like a little bit because like everyone talks about like this one bar. It's called Squid Row. Like literally Tana Mojo was there like 2 days before. It's like the spot that you go. Like hello, like if Tana Moja was there, like it's the spot. So like we just have to see what it's like. We've been here for 6 days. We got to see it. It was crazy down there. It was packed. It was like 9:00. It's packed full of college kids on spring break. The people are coming up to you. They're charging $30 to get into that Squid Row place, or 25. And we're like, hell no. No. Like, we're not paying $25 cover. Who do you think we are? So we just go into this random other bar that we just walked past. And this place, this all downtown of Cabo at night, was filled with freshmen in college. The youngest looking kids I've ever seen, like, drinking alcohol. It looked so illegal. It looked not okay. I'm not even that much older than them, and I just felt too old to be in there. It just really felt not okay. Like, they were so 16. Young. They were so young. They looked so little. And honestly, it made me think, like, not to be like, I wish I could be the coolest, most chill parent. I know, there's probably like
16-year-olds listening to this right now.
And that's fine. I don't recommend
nothing against you guys.
I don't recommend you run around Mexico with your friends really drunk, because we were there we're a little bit older, and we were there with our 25-year-old, like, grown ass, like, man friend walking us around, like, and that's honestly why we felt pretty safe. And like, yeah, these people were in big groups, but like these big groups of drunk 17, 18-year-old girls should not be walking around Mexico.
Yeah.
Like, there's no.
Stay in the country.
There's literally no reason. Like, I was just like, how is this happening? We were outside Squid Row waiting to get in, and this girl is walking by herself texting. I assuming the vibe of it looked like she was probably meeting up with people, because she was walking and texting and walking kind of by herself. And I wanted to stop her and be like, where are you walking to alone? Yeah. Why are you walking down this road by yourself? It was just so many young college kids. And like, not to be like a little like no fun, like negative Karen. Nancy, like, yeah, like not to be a Karen, but like I really don't think you guys should be going to Mexico so young, drinking. They're probably all drinking, doing drugs. Like, it just like did not seem safe.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have a spring break because I played lacrosse in college, and when I quit lacrosse, I went abroad to Australia. So like, I never had that experience of a spring break. And honestly, I'm kind of happy I didn't, because watching it just looked so unsafe.
There's like, so many cool places you can go in the country. Not even for, there's just little things, like, even if you're not, because anywhere can be dangerous, right? You can get in a bad situation anywhere where there's a big amount of drunk college kids. You can get into a dangerous situation. But then you add in
language barrier.
Your phone is going to have no service.
Your card is not going to work at
Your card is going to not work. You're not going to have you add in all those factors of you basically having like no communication. That makes it way worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, like looking around at all these young kids, I was like, I'm going to be that Karen of a mom that when my 18-year-old daughter's like, can I go to Mexico on spring break? I'm going to be like, hell no.
Like, I will literally pay for an all-inclusive, like, vacation somewhere else in the country. Like, just so they won't fucking go. I'll be like, okay, I'll pay for you to go to, like, I don't know. Where do people typically go?
I have no idea. I was just like, you people look way too young to be here. And like, why are you running around a foreign country by yourself drunk? Like, this is really not okay. And if you look on the news, like, bad stuff does happen. And like I said, it can happen anywhere. Like, it could happen like right here in Texas. It can literally happen anywhere. It's just all those other things. Like, you are not going to have service. You're not going to speak the language. Like, if you called the cops, like, you're going to have trouble. Like, I don't know. Like, it just like, what if you can't talk to the cops on the phone because they don't speak English? Just so many things that could happen that just made it seem so scary. And we were literally sitting in these bars looking at these kids being like, bro, what? And like I said, I wouldn't even feel safe there with just, I mean, a lot of it did feel very safe. There wasn't,
I wouldn't have gone downtown. Like, I'm kind of happy. Have gone,
like, if we didn't have Connor there with us, there would have been a lot of times where I would have been like on edge. But like, obviously walking around with a 25-year-old dude who's like 6'4" makes you feel quite a bit more safe than just me and Sam on our own. But if we were alone, like, I would have been like on edge.
Yeah, like, honestly, I'm kind of happy like with how drunk we were Saturday. Like, when me and you went back, and like, if we ended up going out, me, you, Connor, like from like after getting out of the cab and going out downtown. I'm kind of happy we didn't because of how drunk we were. Like I don't know like how the night would have gone like if I got even more drunk and like lost you guys or something. Like it just like wasn't a safe place, I felt. So like I'm kind of happy we didn't go.
I feel like if you're going to go to Cabo and you want to like drink, I feel like kind of staying, especially if your resort's near the beach, just staying in that area.
Like
it's
the
only,
locals area.
It's really only a couple blocks from like resorts to the bars and the beach. Like you're not going too far. Downtown was a little bit chaotic, and I feel like that's the thing too, like in most cities, like downtown is where it's
like even here in Austin, like the same vibe on Dirty Six of like the locals like coming up to you and like begging you to come into their club and like offering you free drinks and like handing you their business cards and like it's the same vibe in Austin, Texas. But obviously because you're in another country, language barriers and everything, like you just don't know what to expect. And like for me too, like one thing that I was gonna set myself up knowing like if we did go out is that I wanted to make sure I could see the drinks being made because like
me and Connor said from the start, like I know you don't drink beer, we were gonna get beer.
Yeah, I don't drink beer, but like I felt fine at that one place where we went to get drinks.
It was
but, like,
so empty.
If we went to Squid's Row, like I would have been like at the bar watching them making my drink, watching them hand it to me because like you never know, they could slip something into your drink and be a part of something with like someone that's like on the other side of the bar. Like you just never know. You want to play it super safe.
Yeah, anytime, like obviously anytime you're out drinking, you need to watch. If you're in another country, you just need to be aware. But it was a good trip. It was lots of like just like experiences, like things to say, I've done, eaten, saw.
Yeah. And I'm happy we're doing really good with our like, or at least my bucket list for the year. Like I made it very known like as my New Year's resolution goals that like I wanted to go on like a vacation like this, which we did, and then like I want to also travel to 2 new cities this year, and like I'm ahead of the game. Like I'm going to Tampa next month. That's a new city I've never been to, so I just need to book another one, and then like
that's so easy. Cities are so
like,
easy.
I'm so ahead of my like New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
But do we have any tips for Cabo? My biggest tip is the water situation. You cannot drink the tap water in Mexico. Do not buy the Fiji waters from the restaurants or your resorts. They charge $7 a bottle. You can go to the pharmacies and get a gallon of water for $1.50. We spent probably a few $100s on water, and we could have easily have spent $50, not even, on water while we were there. So if you're going to buy water in Mexico, make sure you're going to the pharmacies and you're getting just like the local brands, not Fiji.
Yeah, huge for the program. I feel like I don't know. Wear fucking sunscreen.
Yeah, wear sunscreen. Also, like we kind of said this earlier, if you want to save money with food, like one place I personally recommend, we went there twice in one day because it was that good, is the Echo Bar. It's right on the harbor. You can literally go there. They have a taco bar, and each taco is literally $2, and we got 3 tacos for under $10. Like insane. Could have been doing that for lunch every day. Try to stay away from eating at your resorts. I know it can be tempting just because, one, it's so convenient, it's so easy, the food looks amazing, but save the money.
Yeah, it's definitely pricey, like eating there. Like me and Sam got dinner just us, and it was so expensive.
Yeah,
so expensive.
At our own resort, we literally just walked down to the lobby of our place and spent like $70 each.
It was so
didn't even
expensive.
get drinks.
So fucking expensive,
but it was good.
Yeah, no, it was like fire. Like we were fucking chowing down on that shit. Definitely taking cash out. Yeah, just in case you want to get a cab or like tip. Taking cash out.
Yeah, having cash on you is really important. The cabs is $15 a person when you're traveling to and from the airport. So just make sure in advance you have that, because we did not in advance made sure we had that. And we ended up literally getting to the airport as our flight was boarding. And let me just say, the 30 to 40 minute cab ride from our resort to the airport was the most anxious I've been in a very long time.
Yeah, I was anxious about the flight. And like I said, because I'd been eating fish, I kind of the last 2 days at all times, I felt like at any moment I could puke. So I was already feeling like I was going to puke because I was like kind of getting nauseous in the car. And I was anxious that I was like, I'm literally going to vomit, because there's nothing. there would be nothing like us getting stranded in Mexico.
Yeah.
So the fact that we made the flight was huge. But yeah, having cash would be big. And like obviously just being like so careful and aware.
Yeah. And also, like, I know all of you probably, I would assume, are subscribed to our Snapchats and our YouTube channel. We spam the shit out of our Snapchats. Well, Taylor's doing better. I sometimes have to remind her, if you've been posting on Snapchat, but I think she's going to do better.
I'm getting better. In the last 24 hours, the amount of people that have added me is crazy.
Yeah. It's because someone asked me, what's Taylor's
I
Snapchat?
know, and it's blowing up right now. Like, it's literally blowing up.
Good. So, yeah, add us on Snapchat. You can find that, or I can just say it right now. Mine's Sammy T711. And then, Taylor, what's yours?
Mine's Taylor Olson with 3 N's at the end.
And, yeah, we spam the shit out of it. Taylor actually just took a selfie right now and she's posting it. Yeah. But I think every single photo from my camera roll was uploaded to Snapchat the week of us in Cabo.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that just kind of explains how much I posted on that.
Yeah, and we took great Instagram pics.
We did take in,
and we also wore a lot of the trip our Future MILF hats.
Oh yes, Future MILF hats. Like those are gonna be essential this summer. Get them while you can. We are running very low on the hats right now, but we'll definitely restock on them soon because I think those are my favorite hats. Like
yeah, the Future MILF hats, like compliments galore. Like
yeah,
if you want to walk around a beach town and get people being like, "I love your hat," wear that hat.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. This like random like older man was like, "Future MILF, I love it." And I was like, "Thanks, appreciate it." But we wore our Future MILF hats. They got a lot of love on the trip. Is there anything else you want to say about Cabo?
No, I had so much fun, and I'm so happy that I'm so tan.
I feel so good.
It definitely feels good that we're getting back on track. Like we'll be back into our normal workouts hopefully by like Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah,
I won't be all over the place.
I won't be taking a rest day for like a while because we took 6 days off. So like, I'm not gonna rest this weekend. I'll probably honestly work out for like a week and a half. Like just because we literally just took a week off. So I'm like, I don't feel like I need a rest day. Like I feel like I can run through my split like pretty easily just because we took so much time off.
And I wasn't really planning on going out this weekend, like coming home. One, because I want to save money, and two, like I'm tired as fuck.
I'm so tired.
It's our best friend's birthday, Haley. It's her birthday this weekend, so like I have to show face. So I'm gonna get my shit together. I am going to go, maybe have like 2 drinks and show face.
I don't even think I'm gonna drink. Like I'm literally just going to like hang out. Like I really can't. And then we have like some fun events here in Austin.
Yeah, South by Southwest. We have a busy
South by Southwest. So it's gonna be definitely a busy week, but getting back on track, getting everything together. Sometimes, guys, you have to have these times off where like you have such off weeks because it makes you appreciate your routine even more. It makes you feel even that much better to be home and getting rest and eating home cooked meals and all that stuff. Just makes you appreciate it, and it feels makes you know what I really appreciate? Being able to get water from my fridge. I refill up my water bottle
right now.
I refill up my water bottle and I just feel like a queen.
Yeah.
Do you guys know how horrible it is waking up in the middle of the night so thirsty and you don't have water to drink? Awful.
I woke up every morning running to like the pharmacy to buy water.
It was awful. Like it was crazy. But overall, we had a really good time. It was my first time out of the country. Now I ate fish, rode ATVs. Like I just did so much. Like I'm a new woman. Like if you knew me before I went to Mexico, no, you didn't. So yeah, you guys are the only ones that know that like I eat fish. I'll have to like say it at some point, but like I don't know. I just like to tell you guys. Everyone else can figure it out.
I need water.
I need like a coffee or something because I have to like edit this and like finish cleaning my room, and I'm quite literally dead.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Nice little recap. Make sure to watch the YouTube video that will be live by now. And add our Snapchats.
Hell yeah.
See you guys in the next
one.
Bye.